M&P Shield 9mm Gen 1, no problems with firing on a battery or nothing like that, which is in current news with Smith & Wesson. I do recommend these. Work quite well. Only upgrade has been night sights added to it. Other than that, it's stock factory regular trigger, which I've managed to, I don't know, compensate for or work around. But anyway, firearms maintenance. Basically, I don't want people to think it's biased just because of the military, because really it's not. I've done like a lot of mechanics in life. Worked with some machinery. Basically, I have more than just that as a background or base to make this decision, in my opinion. Just right off top of my head, auto parts. Yes, it's a different thing, different ball game, but in the end, it's metal parts wearing on metal parts. In some cases, ball joints, wheel bearings. Let's see. I don't want to just use vehicles, but even a door hinge, a lock, whatever. After enough time, metal on metal just naturally wears. So no matter what your process is, your firearm is going to eventually wear some, unless you don't use it. That's the only kind of disclaimer to that. But then again, if you don't clean it, that would also damage the metal over enough time. So this firearm here has basically, I'm almost ashamed to say, but it has had a little bit of rust on here, and it was actually, I busted live on camera, cleaned it up and whatnot, but I do carry it, rain, snow, whatever, it does get wet. See, there's a little bit of funkiness here, so it's pretty dry, no oil is protecting the metal. So, and I have had this for about 7 years, so maybe more actually, but carried for pretty much that time. So if not as my main, then as a backup. So this thing has probably gotten the most wear out of basically my handguns. So but anyway, basically, hopefully people understand I have more of a background than just what I was shown in the military. Metal items wear, all machinery wears, all tools, factory dyes, things like this wear over time. So now if you don't clean things, then obviously it creates more friction. Different metals can handle these temperatures, things like that, but it also speeds up the wear process. So you can take your guns, shoot them, throw them in the drawer or whatever, go back out, shoot them, throw them in a drawer, and continue and go on that way for, in some cases, I don't know, thousands of rounds or whatever the case may be. But should you? I don't believe so. I mean, if you don't value your tools, whether it's a hammer, if you just throw your hammer in the back of the truck and leave it there and it gets all rusty and, the handle starts cracking up and this and that because you don't care, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's really your decision. For me, guns are a tool. It's not just like a hobby or something. I count on these to do a job, basically. So I want to know it's going to work. So that means I got to do my part too. So I know there's differences out there between people, and people make different judgments. It should be able to do it, but I just, would tell you to ask yourself this. If the time ever arose that you did need your firearm, whatever brand it is, to do its job, wouldn't you rather it was cleaned? I mean, God forbid it ends up being that time you end up with an issue, right? Murphy's Law. Basically, things have a way of going bad sometimes. So, to me, pretty much all things in life, I'm just talking, to me, pretty much all things in life are basically, risk management.